Have you ever walked into a room and felt the whole room change? Like the air becomes heavier? Like every eye turns toward you. But when you look back, they are all staring somewhere else? That is how Abina felt when she entered the village of Asanakram. She had not even said her name. She had not told anyone she was coming. But somehow they already knew. And whatever they knew about her was enough to make a whole village fall silent. Abina had spent 3 weeks preparing for this journey. 3 weeks of quiet conversations with Mamie Alma, of writing down names in a small notebook, of staring at the photograph until she had memorized every face in it. She knew now that her father, Kofi Asante, had returned to a village called Asanakram, near Kumasi, in the Ashanti region. He had remarried. He had other children. He had, apparently, moved on with great ease from the family he had abandoned. She knew that his mother, her grandmother on his side, was a woman named Nana Ya, a respected woman. A woman who, by all accounts from the records and the old letters, had been the true architect of everything that had happened 16 years ago. Nana Ya had decided that Adwoa was not good enough for her son. Nana Ya had whispered and plotted and arranged. Nana Ya had told Kofi that the baby was gone. Nana Ya had done all of this, and she had lived quietly and comfortably for 16 years, believing it was buried. Abina packed a small bag. She braided her hair neatly. She put on her best dress, a blue and gold ankara that Mamie Alma had pressed carefully the night before. She did not go to fight. Not yet. She went to see, to understand, to look the secret in the face before she decided what to do with it. The trotro from Kumasi dropped her at the edge of Asantakram in the middle of the afternoon. The village was larger than she had imagined. Cement block houses with painted walls, a small church with a corrugated iron roof, a line of kiosks selling mobile credit and cold water. She asked a boy of about 10 years old for directions to the Asani family compound. The boy stared at her face. His eyes went wide. Then he turned and ran. Abina blinked. She watched the boy disappear around a corner. She thought perhaps she had frightened him. She walked on. At the first main junction, 3 older women sat on low stools under a mango tree, sorting dried pepper into small piles. Abina greeted them politely in Twi. One looked up, saw her face, and went completely still. She said nothing. She elbowed the woman beside her. That woman looked up. Then the third woman looked up. All 3 of them stared at Abina with an expression she could not name. It was not hostility. It was not warmth. It was something between recognition and fear. "Please, I am looking for the Asani compound," Abina said again. The eldest woman pointed slowly down the road without a word. Abina thanked them and walked on. Behind her, she heard the whispers begin. By the time she reached the entrance of the compound, it felt as if the whole village had been quietly watching her walk that road. Curtains moved in windows. Heads turned from doorways. And somewhere behind her, a child's voice whispered, "That is her. That is the one Nana Ya buried." The Asante compound was large, a wide open courtyard with a mango tree at its center, surrounded by 4 long buildings painted cream and brown. A group of children played by the tree. An old man sat in a plastic chair by the gate, a radio on a small table beside him. When the old man saw Abina, he slowly reached forward and turned the radio off. That silence hit Abina like a wall. "Good afternoon, grandfather," she said respectfully. The old man studied her for a long time. His eyes were wet. His lips moved slightly, as if he were counting something or praying. "Child," he said at last, his voice barely above a breath. "Child, whose daughter are you?" It was a strange greeting. Not unfriendly, but strange. Abina held her head steady. "I am looking for Kofi Asante," she said. "I believe he lives here." The old man nodded very slowly. He called out toward the inner house. A young woman appeared, a baby on her back. She saw Abina and stopped walking. "Go and call Auntie Efua," the old man told the young woman quietly. Tell her that the one we have been expecting has arrived." Abina felt a chill despite the afternoon heat. The one we have been expecting. What did that mean? How could they be expecting her when she had told no one she was coming? Abina did not know that in this village, there was one person who had known this day would come eventually. One person who had spent 16 years preparing for it, not to welcome Abina, but to stop her. A woman came out of the inner house. She was perhaps 45, slender, with a sharp face and intelligent eyes. She was dressed in a beautiful kente cloth, as if she had expected company. She introduced herself as Auntie Efua, Kofi's younger sister. She looked at Abina the way a person looks at a document they have been reading for years and are finally holding in their hands.
"Come inside," she said.
"Come and sit." Inside was cool and dark. The walls were hung with family photographs. Abina looked at them as she sat. She saw a younger version of the man from her photograph, Kofi. She saw a woman who must be Nana Ya, older, heavy, formal-looking, seated in a carved chair like a queen. Auntie Efua sat across from her and folded her hands.
"I will not pretend," she said.
"I know who you are. I have known you would come someday. You look exactly like your father did at your age." "Exactly," Abina said quietly. "Then you know what was done to my mother. And to me." Auntie Efua was quiet. Then she sighed. Long, heavy. The kind of sigh that carries years. "What my mother did was wrong," she said. "I told her so at the time. I was 29 years old, and I argued with her for 3 days. She did not listen. She never listened to anyone." "And my father?" Abina asked. Auntie Efua looked down. "Your father is a man who chose peace over truth. He chose it once, and he has been paying for it every year since. He knows. He has always known. He drinks too much, and he does not sleep well, and he has never been truly happy, and I believe that is why." "Where is he now?" "He is in Accra on business. He will return in 2 days." "And Nana Ya?" Auntie Efua looked up. Her face shifted, something careful came into it. "Nana Ya is here," she said. "She is in the back room. She is old now. She is sick. But she is here." A pause. "And she already knows you have arrived. One of the children ran and told her before I could reach you first." Abina said nothing. "She wants to see you," Auntie Efua said. Abina followed Auntie Efua to the back of the house. The smell of camphor and old age filled the corridor. The room at the end was dim, a single window with its curtains mostly shut, letting in only a blade of afternoon light. Nana Ya lay on a wide bed, propped up on pillows. She was a large woman, or had been. Now she seemed to have shrunk inside her own skin. Her hair was white. Her hands, resting on the blanket, were thin and spotted with age. But her eyes were still sharp, still powerful. They found Abina immediately. For a long moment, neither of them spoke. Then the old woman said, in Chui, her voice like dry leaves, "You came." "I came," Abina said. "You look like your father." "I have been told." Nana Ya's eyes moved across Abina's face the way old women read. Slowly, thoroughly, taking in every line, every feature. "I am not going to beg your forgiveness," the old woman said at last. "I am too old to beg. But I will tell you this. I have thought of you every day. Every single day. Do with that what you will." Abina stood very still. She had imagined this moment many times. She had imagined herself angry, or cold, or triumphant. But standing here now, looking at this shrunken old woman with her tired eyes, she felt something she had not expected. Sadness. Not for herself. For all of them. "You stole 16 years," Abina said quietly. "From my mother. From me. From my father too, in the end. You thought you were protecting your family. But look, is anyone in this family truly at peace?" Nana Ya did not answer, but her hands moved slightly on the blanket, tightened, then relaxed. "I am not here to destroy this family," Abina continued. "I am here because I have a right to exist. I have a right to be known. And whatever happens next, my name will not be hidden again." The old woman closed her eyes. One tear moved slowly down the side of her face. "What is your name?" she asked softly, as if she did not know, as if she was asking for the very first time. Abina, the girls said. Abina Mensa. And I am your grandchild. There is a reason we have proverbs here under this old baobab tree. And one of the oldest ones says this: you can close your eyes to what you have done, but you cannot close the eyes of time. Nana Ya was powerful. She was respected. She made decisions for other people's lives with great confidence. But in trying to control everything, she lost the one thing that cannot be controlled, the truth. The village had known. The old man at the gate had known. The women sorting pepper had known. These things do not disappear. They only wait. Abina did not come to that village with fire. She came with something more powerful. She came with her own face. And that face was enough. Abina has seen the compound. She has spoken with the old woman who stole her future. She has found an ally in Auntie Efua. But the hardest part is still coming. Because in 2 days, Kofi Asante will return from Accra. And when he walks through that gate and sees the daughter he was told was dead standing in his courtyard, something in this family is going to break open. And some of the relatives who have kept this secret for 16 years are not going to let Abina simply walk in and take what is hers. There will be threats. There will be lies. There will be people who loved Nana Ya's power more than they loved justice. But Abina Mensa did not come this far to back down. Episode 3,
Okay, I understand now.
Confrontation, is
I will
next,
handle it.
right here, under the talking baobab.